What is a hostile takeover? Let's talk about it on Kyle Talks Money. The term hostile takeover refers to the acquisition of one company by another corporation against the wishes of the former. The company being acquired in a hostile takeover is called the target company, while the one executing the takeover is called the acquirer. In a hostile takeover, the acquirer goes directly to the company's shareholders or fights to replace management to get the acquisition approved. Approval of a hostile takeover is generally completed through either a tender offer or a proxy fight. Factors playing into a hostile takeover from the acquisition side often coincide with those of any other takeover, such as believing that a company may be significantly undervalued or wanting access to a company's brand, operations, technology, or industry foothold. Hostile takeovers may also be strategic moves by activist investors looking to effect change on a company's operations. The target company's management does not approve a deal in a hostile takeover. This type of bid occurs when an entity attempts to take control of a firm without the consent or cooperation of the target firm's board of directors. In lieu of the target company's board approval, the would-be acquirer may issue a tender offer, employ a proxy fight, or attempt to buy the necessary company's stock in the open market. When a company, investor, or group of investors makes a tender offer to purchase the shares of another company at a premium above the current market price, the board of directors may reject the offer. The acquirer can approach shareholders who may accept the offer if it is at a sufficient premium to market price, or if they are unhappy with current management. The Williams Act of 1968 regulates tender offers and requires the disclosure of all cash tender offers. In a proxy fight, opposing groups of stockholders persuade other stockholders to allow them to use their share proxy votes. If a company that makes a hostile takeover bid acquires enough proxies, it can use them to vote to accept the offer. So then how do you defend against a hostile takeover? To deter the unwanted takeover, the target company's management may have preemptive defenses in place, or it may employ reactive defenses to fight back. First, there's the differential voting rights. To protect against hostile takeovers, a company can establish stocks with differential voting rights, where a stock with less voting rights pays a higher dividend. This makes shares with a lower voting power an attractive investment while making it more difficult to generate the votes needed for a hostile takeover if management owns a large enough portion of shares with more voting rights. Then there's the employee stock ownership program. This involves using a tax-qualified plan which employees own a substantial interest in the company. Employees may be more likely to vote with management, as such this can be a successful defense. The third is a crown jewel. In a crown jewel defense, a provision of the company's bylaws requires the sale of the most valuable assets if there is a hostile takeover, therefore making it less attractive as a takeover opportunity. Fourth is the poison pill. This line of defense is officially known as shareholder rights plan. It allows existing shareholders to buy the newly issued stock at a discount if one shareholder has bought more than a stipulated percentage of the stock, resulting in a dilution of the ownership interest of the acquiring company. The buyer who triggered the defense, usually the acquiring company, is excluded from the discount. The term poison pill is often used broadly to include a range of defenses, including issuing additional debt, which aims to make the target less attractive, and stock options to employees that vest upon a merger. And yes, there are other strategies. Sometimes a company's management will defend against unwanted hostile takeovers by using several controversial strategies, such as the people's poison pill, a golden parachute, or the Pac-Man defense. A people poison pill provides for the resignation of key personnel in the case of a hostile takeover, while the golden parachute involves granting members of the target executive team with benefits, bonuses, severance pay, stock options, among others, if they are ever terminated as a result of a takeover. The Pac-Man defense has the target company aggressively buy stock in the company attempting the takeover. So are you planning to do a hostile takeover anytime soon? Comment your thoughts below. And as always, take care of your money.